Okay, in case you hadn't noticed, I'm here with him for the limited series of the February 2018 series. My goodness. Limited series. How did it get to be 2018? You know, just yesterday it was 1978.
Well, 40 years ago, we featured, nice segue, Ed, we featured the Stone Creek Cabernet, and that was back when there was only one club. We didn't have a limited series then yet. The Stone Creek Cabernet is 1974. And the Muscadet, which is still around, the Marquis de Goulaine, which at some point, like during the 90s, it was really popular.
It was a big deal wine. You know, Muscadet was very popular back then, actually. I don't know what happened to it, but...
Well, that is interesting to me, the way varietals and districts ebb and flow in the wine world.
Oh, do you remember Puy Fouissé?
Yeah, Puy
I mean,
Fouissé.
my God, you couldn't. I mean, people couldn't pronounce it, but you couldn't get enough of it.
And you know, it's funny now. We're back to Australian wines are coming in the door.
Oh,
they were
yeah.
gone forever.
Well, because
it was Penfolds, and it was what was the other big?
Lindemans, Ben 28.
Penfolds, and there was another one big one, and they were like everywhere, floor stacked in the markets, and now you don't see any of it.
Yeah, I know. Now, see, the problem I have with this wine is they put Cabernet in a Burgundy bottle.
I know.
Who came up with this idea?
Mr. Pallier.
Yeah.
You know, this is a classic because I love this. Reminds me of what? It reminds me of districts like San Ynez and the Central Coast, not Central Coast, but Santa Barbara, growing Bordeaux varietals that didn't do it before, and they're doing great.
Well, yeah, because they learned how to deal with their.
And this is the same thing with the Languedoc.
Yeah. Well, Languedoc, first of all, you know, is a pretty big area. I mean, they got a lot of wine there. Okay, so and they've got a lot of different microclimates. That's why they can grow anything. You know, Cabernet to Grenache Blanc.
You know, this is so terroir-like, right? It's
Yeah.
great body and wonderful Cabernet Merlot, but you still get this
it's
wonderful
funny.
leanness that's down there.
I would love to pour this in a tasting for people that were, you know, wine snobs, and nobody would guess where it came from, but they couldn't figure out where it came from because it doesn't taste like anything else. You know, it's certainly not California.
It's got great acidity. It's got great fruit. It's got great longevity.
Mm-hmm.
What's the alcohol in this? Look at the legs, look pretty good too. 14 and a half. Wow.
Well, that is a really nice bottle of wine.
I'm so fascinated by that.
$25 on the shelf, $16, and you're doing a 97, and guess what? I'm doing a 97.
What?
Yeah, that's got to happen.
You know, the nose is effusive as well.
The nose is it's almost kind of San Julian-ish with that little cigar box sort of component in there, you know. But then in the flavor, it's completely different.
Yeah, but the finish has got that cigar box in it. That's pretty
cool.
A
little bit, yeah, a little bit.
I didn't catch that.
Well, that's because I'm here.
All right, here's I think
this is a killer's in.
Be one of the best sellers.
This is a killer's in.
And the reason I bought it, because I had to buy more than I needed, was we got a price where we could sell it for $15.99 instead of the shelf price of $30. But I thought, as a Zin from the Russian River, probably one of the most indicative wines I've had. Terroir wine.
Absolutely. Well,
it's not overdone. It's not opulent.
It's actually
not like
Dry Creek, but it's okay.
I'm sorry, Dry Creek.
Yeah, but it's right next to the Russian River.
It's still north.
It's actually it's funny because this vineyard almost hits the dividing line between the Russian River and the Dry Creek. Russian River being more to the ocean, it's cooler climate, ocean influence, etc. And Dry Creek, as you get more inland, it gets hotter and hotter. So this is kind of the best of both worlds. You have a longer growing time, so you get more extract out of the grapes, but you've got some heat to build up the sugars and the tannins. But the tannins aren't that bad here.
It's all Zin. I mean, you know it's Zin. It's got great balance. It's not over effusive in the middle with Lodi fruit, and it's a pedigreed district.
Well, it doesn't get much more pedigree than that. As a matter of fact, the vineyard that I was talking about that sold for $136,000 an acre is in Dry Creek.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, I didn't know the vineyard at all, but I'm going, are you out of your mind? Are you out of your mind? Because in 10 years, they're going to be making wine in test tubes, and all the vineyards will be ripped up, and they'll be planting condominiums. You ever plant a
there,
condominium?
you folks, is the future of the wine industry.
And I'm selling the first condominium seed.
So I think I'm going to get into real estate then.
That's what I would do.
Is that what you're saying?
Well, not now. I'd wait till the prices start to come down a little bit.
We have a 98. I got a 98. All right.
I got a 99.
So back to Alsace,
Yes.
as it were.
We were just there.
The Riesling. Look at the beautiful color.
Oh, God, I love these
And
Riesling.
he loves Riesling anyway, and Riesling is such a versatile, noble grape. This is the 14 from the Cleebourg folks. Oh, God. Apricots, peaches.
You know, the funny thing, though, is that Riesling, as you said so perfectly, is such a versatile grape. The Riesling is one of the grapes that is a total conduit to the soil, probably the best of all that. Wherever it's grown, the imprint of where it's grown is in that wine. This is so not German.
No, it's not. Prestige.
or Washington State, but man, is it killer.
It's what I like about it is that the nose is like pure honey, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you're not getting all that in the character that much. You're still getting nice crisp acid at the finish.
Oh, delicious. Absolutely delicious.
The nose is amazing. What do you serve this with?
But anything? Well, you know, in Alsace, which is basically Germans
Schnitzel.
in French clothing, you know, they serve they serve this with, you know, the typical foods of the area, which is typical of Germany: sausages, krauts.
Oh, I can
you know.
see that.
Oh, absolutely.
Bratwurst.
Bratwurst,
absolutely.
because the acidity just
Yeah.
cuts through that fat
Oh,
like
the fat.
like it's not even close.
I like it.
Yeah.
And schnitzel.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm where am I? I'm at 98 on that one too.
27. So when we went to Bolzano, which is the Dolomite side, but it's still up in the, you know, it's a transition from Italy to Austria, right? And the food's like that. So here's the northernmost Italian city where you walk in and it's either red sauce pasta or it's schnitzel and fries.
Right.
And they serve both. It was really interesting. You find that interesting, Ed?
Yeah, I'm hanging on every word.
His nose is killing me.
Oh, it's gorgeous nose. It really is.
It's kind of hard to drink the Sauvignon Blanc, though. Should have gone the other order.
Well, not my fault. That's why it's listed.
I know.
Jeez.
So you got to rinse this because it's going to be too.
Yes, sir.
It's too indicative.
When was the last time we did that?
Well, there you go. There you have it, folks.
But, you know,
Yeah,
this-
sometimes you need to rinse the glass. We typically don't always because you know how much is it going to change. But with a wine that's as honey-like as that
Yeah,
one was,
but I remember this wine. This wine has got so much
Okay.
going on. It's really something.
it was fun to have this because it's a small winery and the guy was trying to help the guy out by selling some of the stuff he came by, and I just thought it was really.
And it's absolutely delicious.
Paso Sauvignon Blanc is different than the rest, you know.
It's delicious.
Full-bodied.
Where's this from? Is it Central Coast?
I just said Paso.
Oh, Paso. Wow, that's shocking.
Yeah.
Because it has great acidity. It's
Right.
got great soil component.
It's still fat in the middle. It's still full on heat, hot air.
Well,
hot,
as I recall
climate.
now that when I wrote this, you know, Paso now is known for Rhone varietals primarily, and they're making some really great ones. But back in the day when I was working for a winery in Paso Robles, the most famous vineyard there was Rancho Tierra Rijada, and guess what they made? Sauvignon Blanc.
So it's on the west side, right?
It's on the west side. It's in the warmer area. Yeah.
I think it's great.
Yeah, it is
I was
an
happy to have it
amazing bottle
here
of wine.
at a small winery. I didn't like all the wines they made, but I certainly like this one. So, other than 96 for me, it's
I'm at a
22.
98.
If you
I
go to the
think this wine
winery,
is
it's
delicious.
$23. You get it to me for $13.99.
Amazing. That's a stupid price.
That's stupid price. You stupid. Are you stupid?
And that's our show for today for the limited series for 2018 February. My gosh. You know,
Wow, that's great.
how long before it gets to be December? Like
Cheers.
3 days?
Figure it out.